Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to talk about all the ways you can obtain CC for yourself during the anniversary. Now there is a lot of CC that's available, over 25,000, and it comes in various stages in various areas. A lot of it's not available right away, a lot of it is available right away. You just need to make sure that you're doing what you can to get it. This does not include other ways of obtaining chrono crystals, like special events, older events, clearing original story, story mode, quest mode, soul boosting, all of that stuff I'll leave in a link in another video. But basically, to start off with, you have Zenkais. So the Zenkai for Broly's out, that's 300 chrono crystals if you complete the whole thing. There will be another Zenkai that will come out in 2 weeks, that's another 300. Then if we take a look at the special story event, that's another 500 CC that you should have already claimed and beaten already. So straight away, you're looking pretty good. You've got 2 events down and that's 1100 CC. The second Zenkai will be out in about 2 weeks, so don't panic too much. You'll definitely be getting 300 more there. Then on top of that, so this is where things get a little bit different. And we start to obviously look at, for example, some of the longer term rewards. So just discussing the raids. So how the raids work is pretty simple. Each raid drops a special raid medal. That raid medal can be exchanged for 700 chrono crystals per raid. So what that means is currently with the cell raid, you can get up to 700 chrono crystals from this raid alone. But another raid will be out as soon as cell ends, it's non-stop, and you'll be able to farm another 700. For each raid, you'll get 1 raid honor if you beat them 9 times with the limited rewards. Those raid honors will stack up to be another 600 chrono crystals. So in terms of raids, you're looking at a total of 5,500 chrono crystals throughout the celebration, which, honestly speaking, is pretty good. So then, after that, in terms of the actual other content, the raid honors obviously have other uses as well, but generally speaking, the chrono crystals are a big draw card of the raids, at least especially for me, overall. So beyond that, we look at obviously challenge battle. So challenge battle is a temporary event that's currently up. It basically will be, challenge battle will fade away, but the challenge battle currency that you get, although the challenge battle itself drops some pretty cool rewards, the challenge battle currency you can actually exchange for some really, really cool stuff. So there is a lot of benefit there as well, which I think is really, really good. And ultimately at the end of the day, it's really, really solid. We then have the food tour event, really, really good. I think for me, the food tour drops a solid amount of chrono crystals. I think we're looking at 300 for the food tour. It's not a lot, but it is a decent chunk. So don't feel like you cannot get some crystals from there. It is well worth your time trying to get it. Then on top of that, obviously we have the Hyperdimensional co-op. Hyperdimensional co-op has a couple benefits. So firstly, the missions. So there's 200. You're going to have 3 hyperdimensional co-ops throughout the course of the run. So you're going to be able to have 3 hyperdimensional co-ops, that's 600 chrono crystals. Then you also actually have the exchange for the medals for hyperdimensional co-op. So that's another 900 chrono crystals that you'll be able to get overall. So very, very straightforward. Essentially really, really good stuff. On top of that, so beyond the hyperdimensional co-op, this is where we're starting to look at a little bit more long term. So here we're looking obviously at some more missions. So in terms of the missions, this is now the 6th anniversary medals. 6th anniversary medals you'll earn through a ton of content, like an absolute ton of content. So you don't have to worry too much about that. But you're going to get a ton of crystals from there. We'll talk about that just now. The Tournament of Power is a great way to earn yourself some chrono crystals. Not only do you get chrono crystals from completing the Tournament of Power, so the missions for it is 200. You also get essentially a ton of Chrono Crystals from your end of season ranking with the Tournament of Power. So there's definitely a big incentive to participate in it. Even if you're not being like the best player in the world, you should definitely give it a try. All you're going to do is benefit and make yourself some Chrono Crystals. So there's really no reason not to do the Tournament of Power, at least from my perspective. So yeah, obviously all of that's really, really good stuff. I think it's all like stuff you do each day, right? It's things you can kind of work towards over time, grind out a little bit. But yeah, a lot of it's a little bit time gated, a little bit, worth doing. Like I said, then what we're going to be looking at is obviously PvP. So PvP, great source of Chrono Crystals for a couple areas. So firstly, these missions. Getting to rank 70, which you should probably be doing during a anniversary. Getting to rank 70 is not as hard as it appears. But even getting to rank 65, you'll get yourself 300 Chrono Crystals. If you get to rank 70 and defeat 100 enemies, you'll be sitting with 700 Chrono Crystals, which is all really, really good stuff. So that's obviously very, very big. Like very, very important, very big, very good. Then you also get your ranking Chrono Crystals. So your actual PvP rank will give you more Chrono Crystals, dependent obviously on how you did, which is obviously huge. And then you also get the PvP medals, which you can also exchange for Chrono Crystals as well. So not only are you getting a whole bunch of Chrono Crystals from exchanging, around 500, but you're also getting on your rank. Give or take how well you do in PvP, and considering there's only going to be like 2 seasons, you're looking at around 2,000 per season, give or take. If you get to like rank 65 or 60, you're probably in for around 2,000. Just depending on the exchange, the missions, your ranking reward, etc. But you're probably in for a decent chunk of Chrono Crystals there. So definitely give it a try. You'll get your season ranking rewards during the anniversary as well. So there's no reason not to, because you can spend them on the current banners. Then on top of that, obviously, kind of discussing a little bit more, we obviously have the actual missions that we need to focus on. So this is where now we're going to talk about the 4,000 Chrono Crystals that are obviously available. You can see them there. They're based on your 6th anniversary medals. These you're going to get over time, but you get the 6th anniversary medals from content. If you're really desperate, you can grind things like raids, you can grind things like Hyperdimensional Carp, and you can even grind PvP, and you'll be able to get a lot of these medals and push yourself up to grab maybe 1,000 or 2,000 of those 4,000 a bit earlier than you think, which is obviously going to really help out. Then in terms of the Dragon Balls are a great source of Chrono Crystals. You're looking at around 1,000 there. If you need help with how to use the Dragon Balls or how to get them, I can obviously leave you guys a link to my video about Dragon Balls and Shenron and producing your own QR codes, etc. It helps out if you are struggling. It's a great source of Chrono Crystals. But yeah, you also have your bouquets. So bouquets are also a great way to grab yourself Chrono Crystals. There's 1,000 Chrono Crystals available from bouquets. Bouquets can be earned from Training Battle. Training Battle is a risk-free PvP environment. You get points just for knocking people out and performing strike and blast attacks. So you'll end up benefiting anyway and grabbing yourself a bunch of points. If you get 300 points, you get 3 bouquets. You can exchange bouquets for a whole bunch of Chrono Crystals. So definitely something you should look at doing. It is step up, so it gets slightly harder, but you can grab the first couple initial ones within the first couple of days. Then you have your battle plan. Your battle plan is obviously something you choose. You should be choosing the highest battle plan. It's 500 Chrono Crystals. It refreshes every 10 days. You'll be able to fill that out at least twice, if not 3 times during the course of the anniversary. And basically you'll be able to score yourself like 1,500 Chrono Crystals that way. During Annie, you should be playing the game a lot, generally, so going for the highest battle plan is not impossible. And then the final one is login. So log in, just make sure you log in every day and complete your daily missions. I know it sometimes can be hard, but just doing that will net you 1,500 Chrono Crystals over 15 days, which will net you 4,500 in total. There's so many ways to make Chrono Crystals, you just need to keep a track of all of them and really try your best, and you'll come out on top. Bye.